All right, moving on to the Minnesota Vikings. Reasons for optimism. For me, Sam, it's going to start on the defensive side of the ball. First off, they can't be as bad as they were last year defensively. After a great week one, it all fell apart for the Minnesota Vikings defensively. Way too many open receivers in the secondary. But they did it with a decent pass rush, and they did it with last year's top 2 draft picks basically not playing football. Lewis Cine at safety, Andrew Booth at cornerback. Those guys, hardly played. They're coming back. Add those guys to the mix. Brian Flores taking over the defense. And the wins were real. It's the optimism show. The wins were all real. They were all real last year. The Vikings were the best team in the NFC North by a mile, and they've got key players coming back. Obviously, Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson. They're going to hit on Jordan Addison as their number 2 wide receiver, their first-round pick. So all is looking good in Minnesota here on the Optimism Show.
So I think the reason for optimism is last season showed what is possible. They just need the wins to arrange themselves in a different order. The Vikings are always going to be challenging for the playoffs. They're in that world right now where the strategy appears to be, let's get, 8, 9, 10, 11 wins. Let's stay in that bracket. And most years that'll put us in the playoffs. Every now and again we'll get unlucky and we'll miss. But once you're there, anything can happen. And they showed last season that you can go on a run of apparently 11 one-score games all bouncing in your direction, right? Crazy plays, 4th and 18, one-handed catches that rank amongst the greatest of all time. You can have a sequence of weird plays all go your way and end up with something special. So for the Vikings, all they need to do is to do their normal regular season thing, get your 10 wins in a bad NFC, make the playoffs, and then that's when they need the run to happen, right? That's when they need to catch the high end of variance where 4th and 18, crazy play happens, another Minneapolis miracle, whatever. But that's the run you need. Like, just focus on those 4 games you're going to need once you hit the playoffs.
You heard it here first. Minnesota Vikings going to the Super Bowl next year. All of the wins are going to go in the right order, meaning in the playoffs. Vikings to the Super Bowl here in the Optimism Show.